big show set up for tomorrow. Yes, there is a plan. Good morning. So we wanted to, we'll talk about the double pay, one of the double pay lawsuits tomorrow. The story had come out from the Guam Federation of Teachers yesterday on KUAF News that, Robert, let me get this straight. You guys have signed up, what is it, 600 people for your action?
605.
605. How do you choose which 10 are going to be?
Well, we know our members. We know those who are outspoken. We look for those individuals first, and then, of course, contact them and make sure that they're willing. And there's going to be a meeting so they understand their role and responsibilities.
Mm-hmm. Outspoken? What do you mean? Like rebel rousers? What?
Sometimes your client can be your worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Put them on the stand and they get amnesia, they can't remember anything, or they get terrified. So, we're looking for people that if they were called to testify, they would be able to speak intelligently about the issue,
mm-hmm.
And make for a good client.
Mm-hmm. When are you planning on filing this?
Well, I felt a lot of pressure from the media and Fisher's lawsuit to try and move more quickly. I think our executive counsel and my attorney are pulling my reins and trying to hold me back. We are following our original course of action, and so we have turned over the 605 plaintiffs to the action to the attorney. He is arranging to meet with them this week to talk about basically their role as a client in this case, and get that squared away. We're in the process of finalizing the pleadings. So I know everybody's anxious and eager to see it get filed, but I think it behooves us to ensure that it's done carefully.
Hey,
why are we going the district court route?
Okay, so the first set of pleadings that I was giving states district court at the top. I don't know what the final product our attorney will be giving us, and whether it'll be the district court or some other court. But the initial draft we formatted after some other cases where we had success, and those cases were filed in the district court. So I assume that's where we're going, but I'm not the attorney, and I will take his lead on that. So we'll have to wait and see.
Hey, Robert, so these 605, are these existing GFT members, or did you guys get a membership drive out of this as a side benefit?
I like Linda DeNorsh's answer. They are now.
Wait, I think that was Dr. Jenna Menglotnya.
Right, yeah. Don't be putting those words into Linda's mouth, because I heard that's not what she's saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they are now. Okay, I got it. And you talk about pressure from, I don't think the media is applying any pressure. I think you came out and said you were going to sue, and we're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And there was a little derail, the press conference thing, which...
There's also a public hearing thing coming up, too.
Right.
Right. That's been really eating at me. I think it was Senator Therese Terlahi who said it was all a charade. That's very concerning for me. We have elections coming up, and I hope it's not all a charade, because I'm not going to have a lot of nice things to say about our legislature if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
What about Attorney Fisher's lawsuit? Are you guys watching this?
Absolutely. I think by taking our time with ours, there are some real upsides to that. One, we get to watch what happens with Tom Fisher's lawsuit. I wish him all the best and success. There are some elements of this case I'm concerned, may not work out for him. We also get to see what the legislature does and whether indeed they are going to address the problem or not. Chris, the legislature said that there's going to be an oversight hearing or a public hearing on this Friday.
Right, on the 3 bills.
Right.
Yeah, is it still on, or was it ever even scheduled? I don't know. I don't see any effort to solicit any sort of participation.
Oh wait, let me look. I thought I had a schedule here.
You know, is it virtual? Am I going to go downtown and?
It's probably going to be virtual. I'm pulling up the legislature's calendar.
Okay, I
But
see.
that's what they did in session. It was basically to schedule a public hearing.
So then we're just all going to submit written testimony, and a few of us will go on their Zoom.
I would think so. I mean, I think that's how they've had it in the past. But I think you probably have to contact one of the who's a committee overseeing this. Is it Senator St. Augustine?
Yeah, I believe Senator St. Augustine is the one who initially stated that he would call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the one who moved the motion during emergency session. Let's see. This is virtual public hearing. Wait, what's today? Here it is.
Wednesday.
Virtual public hearing, 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m. So then I need to let all 605 of my clients know that they should contact the senator or participate in this virtual public hearing 9 a.m. on Friday.
Let me make sure, because it does say Friday, May 29th, beginning at 9 a.m. via a Zoom video conference, Bill 357. Where's the rest of the bills?
And is that
Wait, that might be another bill.
Rob, I don't know if can you tell us about who's going to be bringing the suit on behalf of the GFT?
I handed all that stuff over to the attorney yesterday. I know one of my other colleagues has the file. I don't have it in front of me.
Are you able to tell us who the attorney is yet?
Oh, I really want to. He's in the process of moving his office. We're going with Josh Walsh, and I understand Josh is opening up his own law firm, and he's in the process of moving out of the Seville and Tang law firm. So, there is that issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes a little time away from the case, but that'll be resolved soon.
Okay, so I had to click on each one of these things here on the legislature's calendar. So there's actually a 9 a.m. virtual public hearing, a 2 p.m., a 4 p.m., and a 6 p.m. on the various different bills that have been introduced. So it's not all, I guess, all of these double pay bills all at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're
like at
good.
9 a.m. it's Bill 357, which is the Vice Speaker's bill.
That was right.
Yeah.
Good one.
2 p.m. is Bill 358. That's also the Vice Speaker's bill. That's just to codify her executive order. So then 4 p.m. is 359, which is Speaker Barnes' bill. And then 6 p.m. is 361, which is Senator Joe St. Augustine's bill. So this is
Right.
all Friday, and it's all over Zoom.
Do you know how to use the Zoom, Robert?
Well, I've been involved with a few, but I'm no expert on computers.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all getting used to Zoom. I know I wasn't at first, but
Yeah, Bree has her black belt in Zoom.
no, I don't.
Okay. Well, I'm going to encourage everybody to, if you don't know how to use Zoom, please submit an email or written testimony in some form to the legislature and share your position on those bills.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, a lot of those bills, they give a little and they take away.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those senators are taking away other forms of pay, like night differential, for example, or hazardous pay, which, is another issue of controversy now.
Right.
So, I don't want to take anything away from public employees. I just want to get my boys paid.
Yeah. Out of the 605 that have joined in and submitted their names, do you have a breakdown in terms of how many were nurses, how many were police officers, firefighters, and anybody
Yeah.
from the AG's office?
Yeah, do you have anybody from the AG's office?
I have been talking with an attorney from the AG's office who wishes to be included, yes.
Wow. I wonder what the AG's office was like this morning. Are they open today? Who's on that lawsuit?
Well, yeah. Those guys responding to all this noise, they're working, aren't they?
So what's the breakdown?
Again, the stats and the documents are with my colleague who I handed the management of the case file over to. I'll tell you what, I will get that, and on our next phone call and our next discussion, I'll give you the breakdown. But, right now, just looking at it, I remember, GPD was like an inch thick, stacks of paper. Every agency had, varying, I'll get the info.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, we got a comment here. He looks like a handsome version of John Goodman.
Who does?
They're talking about you, Robert.
Oh, handsome? And that's it?
I guess people are buttering you.
Thank you very much.
They're buttering you up in case you get a favorable result in your action.
I don't think that's going to help.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thanks, Robert. Was there anything else you wanted to?
Yeah. Is there anything with GFT going on?
Well, focusing on this, I'm trying to get my head wrapped around what's going on at DOE. I share the concerns about the daycares. I would let the daycares know that if DOE ends up going double session, probably a lot of parents are going to need those daycares for the other half of the day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got to get those daycares open. We can't just have our little kids running around the streets.
Right. But public health is saying we got to make sure it's safe for these children. So. Right.
Yeah. I mean, safety first. No one's saying, "Hey, let them open right now. Run! Come on, kids, go in there." Yeah. We got a safety first, but I mean, obviously, it's if you're going to reopen the island, then you need to consider that people can't go to work without childcare.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all crazy. This whole economy is all interconnected.
Right. Yep.
I'm having a hard time going to work without restaurants myself.
Doesn't look like it.
I need a place to go for lunch.
All right, Robert.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wash your hands.
Safe.
Okay.
Great show. Keep up the good work. I really love it.
Okay, appreciate it. Right on. Bye. 9:50. It's 9:50
already.
Yes.
Wow.
Where does the time go, Bree? Time just flies when you're in good company, and you guys are the best company. All right, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to end this show on a good note right here on the KUAM News Takeover, Guam's favorite. Good morning.
Keeping you informed, KUAM News brings you Banking 6